Welcome back to International Star Media, the gold star standard at the gold star standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, with a record saying the dollars in check this out. These stories get wilder and wilder. Check it out. From principal to pimp. This is what they say. From principal to pimp. We're jumping straight off into this one, y'all. Check this out. Here we go.
Do you have anything to say?
Bond, anything you want to say? What's it like being a principal and a pimp?
Do you think these charges against you are fair?
What do you have to say to the parents? Bond, what do you have to say to the parents?
Did you make your mom
Were you
proud?
coercing this woman in any way?
I never said you student.
Y'all heard it right there. Bonding. That's his name, Bonding. Went from principal to a so-called pimp. Here we go. New York assistant principal led double life as pimp. Coerced 2K Los Angeles-based prostitute to lure clients. And this is from the feds. This is what the feds said. This guy right here, Bond Ing, assistant principal in New York, P16. Here we go. An assistant principal at Queens Public Elementary School lived a double life as a pimp, offering clients X with a Los Angeles-based woman for $2,000 an hour. He wasn't a cheap pimp if he was. He said, go get it and come back with it. Federal prosecutors said. They said he was not bullshitting about his money. Here we go. Bond Ing, 47, a top administrator at PS16 in Corona, Queens, New York, was arrested Sunday on charges of coercing interstate prostitution for allegedly setting up paid sexual encounters between the woman and Johns as far back as 2011 and as recently as December inside a Lux Long Island City high-rise. Believe they meant to put luxury Long Island City high-rise. Here we go. Bond Ing, the assistant principal, who had made around $173,000 a year, posed as the woman in flirty texts sent to potential clients, according to text messages obtained by federal human trafficking investigators. So they say he was behind the whole ordeal. He did the work and he did everything but show up.
Hello, friend.
Bond Ing, they said he was sending the text out. This is very interesting. Everything is not for everybody. Here we go. My rate is 2K, love. Ing text one John, court paper show. Ing also told a client to deposit money in a Zelle account bearing his name, a complaint alleged. Ing. Here we go. The accused principal turned pimp was released on a $150,000 bond after appearing in Brooklyn federal court Tuesday, where prosecutors alleged that he groomed the woman who had been inexperienced at prostitution before they met. Now that's very interesting that they put that in there. They said he groomed the woman because she had been inexperienced at prostitution before they met. Pay attention. Here we go. Ing was more coercive than we originally thought, Assistant U.S. Attorney Daniel Ames Alag told the court as Ing sat at the defense table wearing an unassuming Argyle sweater over a white button-down shirt. Prosecutors believe that Ng was part of a larger prostitution scheme. Amzalag added, citing Ng's extensive travel in recent years to Medellin and Cartagena, Colombia, known sex trafficking hotbed. Shout out to Colombia, Medellin and Cartagena, Cali, the whole country. Here we go. The government also has evidence that Ng had conversations with 3 different women who worked at unidentified massage parlors, the prosecutor said. Ng was all over the place with it, they say. A handbook released by PS16 at the start of the school year identifies Ng as an assistant principal, supervising testing, school safety, and technology. Ng's release conditions call for him to stay away from PS16, do not go near the school, and to not leave New York City with his case pending. It was not immediately clear Tuesday afternoon whether Ng had been fired or suspended in the meantime, or if he would continue to receive his taxpayer-funded salary. They had Ng. The language that they putting in this story is they want you out of there, Ng. Here we go. New York City Education Department spokeswoman Isla Gething declined to comment, saying only we refer you to federal authorities on this one. They said go talk to the feds about this one. Here we go. After arriving on an international flight from Cartagena, Colombia, Friday, Ng was flagged for additional questioning by Homeland Security agents at JFK Airport, court papers said. In a voluntary interview, he allegedly tried to downplay his relationship with the woman in LA by claiming he was her manager. He added that she performed pornographic videos and that he helped coordinate meetings between her and her fans at his Queens apartment and elsewhere, according to the feds. He said he was just managing the woman, give her a place to work, help her out with a few clients. This is what Ng said. Here we go. But the agents who searched Ng's 2 cell phones with his consent, discovered a trove of texts between him and the woman and correspondence with the supposed fans, making it clear that he'd been offering to pimp out the woman, court papers claimed. That's what he wanted to do. They said he moonlighted as a pimp at night. Here we go. The alleged sexual encounters have been happening as recently as December 29th, 2025, when Ng told a John to ask for a woman in apartment 9C at 2 Jackson Park, a posh glass tower apartment complex in Long Island City with views of the Manhattan skyline, the complainant alleged. They said he had the high rise. Send him to the high rise. Thank you for letting me use your apartment, the woman texted Ng the next day, court paper showed. Ng's sister, a project manager who makes $130,000 annually, posted his bond after appearing in court in support of him on Tuesday. Ng will also wear a GPS monitor as his case winds on. Ng to comment on the case on his way out of the courthouse. Here we go. Check this out.
A text message from Bond Eng to the woman after she had sex with a client for 3 hours reads, "He got his money's worth." The feds say Eng, an assistant principal at PS 16, brought the woman to New York from LA while saying she was a porn actress and that the meetups were with fans. The texts between Eng and clients show him giving them rates, including add-ons for different sexual activities. The prosecutor is also concerned about Eng's trips to Colombia, a hotspot for human and sex trafficking. No comment from the DOE on whether Eng will be allowed to keep his job while the case plays out.
Once again, everything is not for everybody. They said Mr. Ing might have went international with it. Bond Ing. I guess his sister took the time bonding him out of court, out of the jail cell. International Star Media, the gold star standard, at the gold star standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the records and the dollars. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share the videos. And we will see you on the next one.